next thing here is Tyler. 4 days ago, we got an update on the Animal Crossing units sold.
We did.
Yes, and it is
That was a
on,
question I wasn't confirming. I actually did not know that.
and it is on the list of best-selling Switch video games.
I
Of
mean,
the
it
top
makes
31, what number do you think it is at right now?
5.
No, come on now.
Uh,
Five is Pokemon Sword and Shield, 16 million.
oh, uh, 16.
13. It's at
Okay.
13. 3.32 million. That was updated 4 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. It hasn't been out. Hasn't even
That's
been out a
good.
month. Has it been out a month? No, it hasn't. Oh yeah, it's been out a month
No,
exactly.
exactly. Today is the month
Exactly a month is
anniversary.
today. Taken 4 days ago. It's at 3.32, which is right above 1-2 Switch and almost an entire million behind Link's Awakening. So we talked about this last episode, I think, but I don't know how much more steam it can catch. I mean, obviously it's a pretty popular game. I mean, I was on a house party with my aunts and uncles, and my aunt pulled out a Nintendo Switch Lite and just started playing it. I'm like, what the hell is that?
It's like,
And
what
she's
is
just
this? I
like,
just realized that was really far away from the camera. So
yeah. I was just like, she was like, yeah, we got Switch Lites. And I'm like, what game did you get? It's like midnight. Keep in mind. And she was just like, she goes like, I got Animal Crossing. I'm like, oh my god, I have it too. She's like, I come visit your island. I'm like, I'm like, good
uh,
golly. But yeah, I
God
haven't like
bless you, Nintendo.
I need to get on the crossing and get that eye patch off you.
Oh yeah, I did find an eye patch for Colby's Dimitri costume that he made.
Yeah, I do need to hop on the crossing. I actually kind of miss it, so maybe I'll hop on later
You
tonight.
missed
But
that. I did not expect that coming out of
a,
you,
a
but
little bit. Yeah, my residents are probably all moved out, so
uh, at least one of them probably.
yeah. So
Cur-
yeah,
I'm
that's
currently in that. I'm currently in that process of attempting to forcefully move out, to evict one of my villagers because I hate him.
so yeah. So that was that. So yeah, the units sold. I looked on it today. I'm like, I wonder if it's been a month exactly. I wonder if they have any numbers up. And what do you know? 4 days ago, they put it up 3.32 million. Not bad. So
Not bad. It's pretty good.
no, it is pretty good, definitely. So what do you got?
For Animal Crossing. So I was gonna talk about Animal Crossing fatigue and how it's already starting to set in, for me personally, because
You're finally hitting the wall.
I mean we talked about
Oh
this
no.
last episode.
Don't show
How
the hours.
No, I'm not gonna show the hours. What do you think? I have no self-preservation? No, stop. Don't get the Switch.
I want to know. I haven't been on Switch in a while.
Oh, you dick. Anyway, as I was saying, I feel like at the point that my town development is right now, there's just not a whole lot left to do. You
Still have a
know?
long way to go to get to me, buddy.
Yeah, I know, Mr. 400 over there.
Yeah, that's right.
But I got my 5-star island. I'm buying and selling turnips for a shit ton of money, so I don't even need to build up my bank account anymore, really. And there's no new shops or anything right now, so I'm kind of at the end of the line. At least
Did
in
you
my
see
opinion.
the Nintendo Minute of multiplayer ideas for Animal Crossing?
I didn't.
So the host, Kit and Krista, this is off Nintendo Life, obviously Nintendo Minute, if you're a Nintendo fan, you know what that is. There's not a lot to do with the multiplayer besides just visit your island and just, there's nothing that really you can do that, like, what's the word I'm looking for, like, in unison. So they're
Well,
like,
yeah.
just like little ideas, like being able to kick a ball around or like play mini games on the island, like would make a big difference in just how like people
Yeah.
would respond to play.
The
'Cause
closest thing that you can really do in that respect is probably the fishing tourney or the bug
Yeah.
offs, because you can help each other get points. Like if you both fish, like do the fishing tourney on the same island, CJ, the guy who runs it, he pools all of your points together for that round and gives each person the full amount of points. And also there's this item that you can get when the Nook's Cranny Shop upgrades called the timer, and basically it acts as sort of a mini competition or attorney style sort of thing, where it'll have the same like ready, set, go, and it'll record like the number of fish you catch and the number of bugs you catch. So if you want to do something like that on your own, you can do it with this item. Or I've seen it just used for other things, like just as a time limit for some other uh, original games that some YouTubers have made up themselves and have gotten people together to play. So there is a little bit of it, but it's obviously not as fleshed out as it definitely could be.
No, and
As I assume
I'm
you're going to
glad.
go into.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up that timer because their big thing was like timed mini games, so like timed hide and seek. Because it only takes you like realistically, it takes you a minute to get around your island if you know the ins and outs.
Yeah, I actually have seen people use this timer for timed hide and seek. Obviously, it's
Yes.
like
Yeah, but like a built-in hide and seek. Like you can build a soccer field, like maybe like a timed soccer game, like a minute soccer game or something like that. Like a treasure hunt, like that kind of stuff. Like this
yeah,
game, I'm literally looking at it right here. Players, one, it's single player, but then in parentheses just 8 online. You know how cool of a multiplayer system you can get with 8 players on one island?
yeah, it is strange that they allow you so many people on your island at once, but you can't really do a whole lot with them.
No,
Uh,
it's
and it also takes it's just a complete hellscape of menus to even get all 8 of them onto your island in the first place. So
yeah, I don't know why the game stops to let you know that someone else is flying in your island. Like that just seems unnecessary. But
like you
yeah, we
think they
talked
could
about that in flaws.
background load that, but
Yeah, we
we
talked
talked
about
about
that in
that
flaws.
last time. Obviously, there's even more stuff that I haven't talked that we didn't discuss, like how you have to, if you want to craft something and then immediately customize it, you have to get out of the crafting menu, go back in to the crafting table, and select customize instead of just choosing it right from the menu after you craft the item. There's a whole bunch of that stuff,
It's a
and it,
There's nothing really major. It's just a lot of little things that build up to be something major.
yeah, there is a lot of that's exactly right. But we already talked our
Yes.
audience's ears off about that last episode. But
Yep.
more new Animal Crossing stuff. There have been data mines and leaks galore since our last episode. So
Yes.
there are many new features that people have dug into the code to look for that might be coming later down the line.
Those sly kids, man, their technology, they can just find things out.
Yeah, it seems like Nintendo's kind of catching on though, because there have been there's this guy named Ninji who's the main data miner that a lot of people are getting their information from. It seems Nintendo is getting wise to people like his actions because they kind of like more given features more code names. Originally, it was like I think there was something where it was like it specifically mentioned Red, the character in the code, which was a past Animal Crossing character who would sell you fraudulent art pieces. He's kind of like a scam artist sort of guy. Uh,
Ooh.
he was specified in the code by name, but in the subsequent data mine after that, it looks like Nintendo kind of changed his name to like just a single letter to try and like hide their tracks, to
Like,
try and
wait a minute.
keep it classified. I think.
We're
Okay, sorry about that, technical difficulties. But yeah, Red was mentioned specifically in the code. Data mine after, it seems like he was replaced with like a code name sort of thing. So things that the data miners have uncovered include 2 new shops for the museum. One just strict museum shop, and the other is sort of like an art exhibit where we think Red might post up. Or actually, no, sorry. The second thing is actually the cafe, Brewster's Cafe, the
Oh,
Roost.
we did talk about that. I remember
Yeah.
that.
People from the data mines and the leaks, people think that it's going to be part of the museum instead of its own separate building. The data mine suggests that Red, the sly fox scammer character from past Animal Crossings, might be docking a ship at the hidden beach at the north face of your island.
All right.
Obviously, this is within the code of the game, but that doesn't mean that all these features will be implemented later. They could be concepts that were just left in there before development stopped on them. So take this with a grain of salt. People believe that bushes will be returning. In some past Animal Crossing games, there have been different types of bushes that could grow stuff on them. So people are thinking that that's something that could be coming in the new Earth Day event, which could be coming in actually 2 days. So a lot of these
true.
a lot of these
I
updates,
realized.
yeah, a lot of these updates or these features may soon be either confirmed or deconfirmed in this
Yeah.
next update. So we think bushes may be coming.
Whenever you're listening to this, Earth Day is Wednesday the 22nd. So we might get
Yes.
an update here in the near future.
Yeah, they're going to be adding Leaf, the sloth, who was the gardener
Yay!
in Animal Crossing New Leaf. So he might be a little different because in the past, Tortimer, the mayor or the previous mayor of New Leaf, or the towns in previous Animal Crossing games, he was usually the one who was running Earth Day.
Mm-hmm.
But now, from the past Nintendo Direct on it, with Leaf's face showing up, it may be him, but we're not sure. Dataminers also believe that diving may be making a return. Again, Animal Crossing New Leaf, you can acquire a wetsuit at this tropical island, and this allows you to get off of your beach and just go into the water and find deep sea creatures.
Oh my God, that would be incredible.
So it's not like you have to go under the water, you just see a shadow.
So are you saying this is going to happen in the next update?
We don't know. This is just,
or is this just possibilities?
This is just possibilities, little snippets of code which kind of lend themselves to these sorts of features.
Okay.
That kind of imply that these features may be coming later down the line. But yeah, we think diving may be making a return. There is evidence in the game that there might be a cooking system being implemented. Okay. So you can make different types of food for yourself that aren't just eating fruit and turnips.
And I'm assuming that the meals would give you like more energy, because the fruits and pears only give you like 1 bar. I'm assuming meals would make it 2 or 3 at least.
Yeah, it's from what I've seen, that's not nothing's definitive, obviously, but
yeah, these are just suggestions.
I haven't seen a lot of speculation on the food part specifically. I believe that's more of a recent development. There is also kind of a subset of items, like seafood items, of which there's supposed to be around 30-ish in the game, it seems, that are implied from the code, but there's only one, being the manila clam. So people are thinking that other items like that, in that category, may be coming down the line later, which also may be possibly the reason the manila clam can't stack. And the only reason I can think of that manila clams were in the game before these other items that are in its same category is because it's used to make fish bait, and that would be kind of, I feel like maybe that's something that they deemed important enough to keep in the game if they were developing or planning on releasing the rest later. I don't know. I don't know how game development works.
But,
no. Yeah. I already mentioned the characters Red and Brewster, which are the main ones that we believe are coming, and Leaf is already confirmed to be coming, pretty much. And I believe that was everything that I had that was of note personally. So
that we could get out of the code. Yeah. There we go.
So a lot of implications on some new stuff coming. We'll have to see on what, because in 2 days this will be the first look we get at the scale of Animal Crossing updates.
True.
This might set the precedent for other updates going forward, how big they'll be, and what kind of things they will add.
Is there confirmation on what the Earth Day event's going to be all about, or no?
No, not really.
Okay.
There is no confirmation as to what it will be, what sorts of activities you can do, or what you can earn. I'm personally hoping Leaf will set up a shop, but I know with the amount of shops that they already have put in the game, that's probably not feasible, I'd say, because of, I say how many shops they put in the game. There's only really 2. So
yeah, but there's a lot of things that are going, and especially if all that stuff in the updates, even if half of it's true, if Brewster's gonna have a cafe, again, that's in the museum, so maybe you'll see more of that, where stuff's intertwined.
Yeah, I mean, I actually talked about this with my Discord group. We were talking about new shops that they could add, or other cut characters that we wish were in the game. We said that because there are traveling merchants that we wish that you'd be able to recruit, because you can do the same thing with Mabel. She starts out as a traveling merchant who shows up at your village every once in a while, and if you spend enough bells at her shop, she'll open up shop on your island, permanently. So we're thinking Kicks the skunk who sells you shoes and bags and socks. Maybe he could be an add-on to the Able Sister shop. Or LaBelle, the third Able Sister, if you help her out enough times, maybe she'll also have a wing in the Able Sister shop, and it can be like an upgraded shop then.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously thought Brewster and Red would be in the museum. Leaf would probably need a separate store, or he would have a wing in like the Nook's Cranny.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Which I still do not have upgraded because, goddamn, it takes 30. Holy crap! So we figured out. Basically, everyone has now figured out the way that the shop upgrades.
Okay.
You need to have bought and spent a collective amount of 200,000 bells, which is easy. That's like no time at all.
How dare you say that's easy?
Dude, if you sell like freaking 3 tarantulas, you get it. That's obviously an over-exaggeration. But if you buy and sell there regularly, you'll get it in no time because you have a lot of time to do it because Nook's Cranny needs to have a presence on your island for 30 days before it'll upgrade.
Good God.
It needs to be on your island for an entire month before Timmy and Tommy are like, oh yeah, well,
business is booming. We're gonna expand.
That just seems way too long for me. I didn't mention it in the flaws video, but I just thought I'd have to mention it now because, oh my God, that just seems so unnecessary. Anyway, that's all I have.
Okay.
That's all I got for Animal Crossing. And obviously in 2 short days, we will see the new content in store. So hopefully it's good.